Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long Boys Blues, 1975. YouTubers on the rise, reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long Boys Blues, 1975.
Yeah. That's just bad. This is Fist Plus on the ZX Spectrum, released by, this time around, Firebird and not Melbourne House. Is that because Melbourne House have gone tits up at this point, or they were bought by someone else? Possibly, I want to say Virgin or Mastertronic? Don't know. And also don't correct me because don't care. But yeah, so this was released by Firebird, but it was still developed by Beam Software, who did the previous two entries into the franchise. Also released on the Commodore 64, and was it released on the Amstrad CPC? I can't remember. I want to say I've done a gameplay of it, but I may have dreamt that. I may have not. It was not released on the Amiga or the Atari ST. Maybe at this point they just thought there's no point competing with IK Plus. And also at this point I can't tell who did what first anymore, was, you know, because they're so, International Karate and Where the Exploding Fist are so close to each other that, yeah, I don't know. I'm sure someone can tell me. But this was, well, basically it was a disappointment. I like it. I do really enjoy it. It's nowhere near as good as International Karate, and we'll get to that when I play it. But I like it. It got so-so reviews in the magazines, basically across all formats. They were like, just by IK Plus. And yeah, so it's generally most people, I don't think, who played the first two played this. And since I have revisited the first two, because let's be honest, the first game at least is stuff of Legend of the ZX Spectrum, I thought it only fair that I have a quick revisit of this. So it's basically the same premise as IK Plus, where there's three of you on screen at once, and it's point based. Last man standing goes through to the next round. The controls are the same as always on a Fist game, which is, you know, up, right, down, left, up, left, fire. But you don't really need the diagonals. If you press them, they're nice and they will do moves for you, such as, you know, up right is, or up left I believe is high kick. But you can get away with just playing up, down and just making sure you achieve the same sort of position of your body to achieve the same moves, because again, I think there's 16 moves in this. And so obviously after the second game, which was more of an arcade adventure, I revisited that in tournament mode. Let me know if you want me to revisit in actual game mode. But yeah, they went back to the more traditional style and obviously clearly ripped off IK Plus, or did they? You know, which came first, chicken and the egg and all that shit. The problem with this one is, first of all, considering this is 1988, the sound is super limited. But well, I'll get into it and I'll tell you what the problem was. Apart from the fact that I have very briefly played this just now, and I cannot for the life of me work out how to turn around. And surely you must be able to turn around. I mean, you must. Right, so right, so Pamela apparently is really good at fisting. See what I did there? And so, more so as well, apologies for the background noises. I do live in the busy road of the West Country, and I don't think this is 48k beeper music, but it ain't great, is it? So player A, that's me, A, keyboard. We're going to go with Kempston, so I'm going to go with joystick. And then obviously 1, 2 and 3, select the number of players. It's simultaneous 2-player if you should so choose, and the third player will be controlled by the computer. So we're going to go with me, 1. I'm the guy. Thank you. Prepare for first bout. Ranking novice. Right, I'm the guy on the left. Shirtless. Now, can't for the life of me work out how to fucking turn around. Or do I not need to? Because I got that. Probably not. Now, compared to International Karate, oh, 2 for the price of 1. It's graphically very, very, very nice. But International Karate Plus is buttery smooth when you scroll. This obviously is not. Sweet. It's still very, very playable. I mean, it's still, animation wise, head and shoulders above pretty much everything else on the spectrum. Yeah, I don't think you have a flip backwards or turn around, sorry, because you can move backwards. Yeah. So, but then what are we comparing it to? Fucking Street Fighter. Right. So up left is, and fire is backwards. Yeah, I would have liked some music, just saying. Yeah, so it's still graphically really, really impressive. And you could argue that it's sharper than International Karate, because that's buttery smooth and everything like that, animation-wise, but, you know, the sprites are far sharper in this. But, I don't know, they just seem to kind of... Oh, you fucker. Smudge across the screen, if you will. What am I on? 2850. I'm winning. He can turn around. Player 1 wins the bout. Player 2 is knocked out. Yeah, so they can turn around. So it's obviously me. So if you do know how to turn around, by all means tell me. But I had a quick look at the instructions and I couldn't work it out because they were fucking in Spanish on World of Spectrum. Prepare for second bout, ranking novice. So yeah, it's a 70%er for me, if that makes sense. It's, you know, it's in the top tier of fighting games on the Spectrum because there aren't many, one-on-one that is. But it just can't compete with IK. And I personally don't think it can compete with the first one. I mean, you could argue it's probably more impressive in what it's doing. Thanks, you noisy motorbike bastard. Especially with there being... I want to try and punch him. In the bollocks, yeah. Especially with the fact that there are 3 on the screen at once, but I don't know. Time has not been kind to this one. Look, you can still Van Damme it. The other thing is, I don't know how to flying kick. You must be able to. I don't know. Have they changed the move list? Should I get a white stick? Did he knock the left guy knock the right guy out as I don't know. Or did I knock both of them out? There is a little cheap thing you can do, which is when they're engaged in each other like that, then why do I not get sound effects? You can come along and back kick him like that. Which he doesn't want to do now, apparently. I mean, I'm assuming they're blocking. I can't work out how the fuck to block. They can turn around. Why can't I? I call bullshit. Player 1 wins the bout. But apparently I don't need flying kicks and I don't need to be able to turn around to make it through the first 2 bouts. Player 3 is knocked out. Not your day, is it, Player 3? But by all means, let me know what you think. I just think at this point, especially since IK Plus was out, the Fist franchise... Oh, it's a budget, it's a mini game. I forgot about this. Which is not kind to a joystick. It thinks it's a fucking Shinobi bonus level. I mean, that's probably where they nicked the idea from. It is so sensitive. I feel that was going to happen anyway. That is so out of place. That's so, you scored 22 heads. Hey! fisting and heading in the same game. Right, yeah, that's so out of place. But weird. I've lost my thread. Right, I'm first Dan. Maybe I can flying kick now. Maybe I have to earn it. Maybe he thinks it's Double Dragon on the fucking NES. Maybe I should get a white kick stick. Also, whether I don't know if I'll put it in the start of the video. Look up the loading screen. It is absolute fucking clown shoes. It really is. And it even talks, and it's animated, and the character design is so out of place. It really is. I'm on 139. Your score just keep rolling over and over and over. How is he blocking me from behind? Oh yeah, I forgot you can do that, which I did twice. So yeah, it's good. It's adequate. It's alright. It looks nice. I like the backgrounds. The backgrounds are better than IK+. And plus, they're really, really colourful, but because you do that whole... The bottom half of the screen is just, you know, monochromic. It gets around attribute clash. It may not be fancy, but I'm telling you, bollock punches are the most satisfying move in the game. And yeah, the sound is just weak. Sorry, I'm sounding like a bit negative on it, because I do really like it, but I may have played or revisited IK Plus in video form ages ago, but I have played it recently, and while I always liked this, and I liked it more at the time, for some reason, probably because of the nostalgia I have for Fist. Awkward. But as an adult now, if you play that first and you walk into this, then you're just like, this is just a tribute band. This is a cover band. Player 1 wins the bout. Player 2 is knocked out. Hey, that was a haiku. Prepare for second bout. I'm still first Dan. Right, so it's 2 bouts then. It's a bonus round. Eat at is it, Coke. Didn't think that one through, did you? Trying to line yourself up, and you just make yourself incredibly vulnerable. Fight each other. Oh, they're ganging up. How the fuck do you turn around? Oh, I noticed the timer is underneath the Coke sign in the background. Hey, I was getting up. I couldn't do anything then, could I? You fuckers. I'm assuming even though my score's really high and I carry it over, I obviously will still get knocked out. Or, you know, like, of the tournament. Also, where's all the traffic? I'm assuming we're in Times Square. And why is everyone fine with these 3 blokes just going at it? Shirtless. He's got a back elbow. Otherwise known as just punching backwards. I'm assuming that means I have too. Or maybe I haven't. Who knows, McLeod? It's definitely easier to play on keyboard. Even though you've got all the extra diagonals. Like I said, you don't really need them. Or maybe that's just because the CD32, well, Amiga Plus, whatever it is, A500 Plus pad, is a bag of fucking wank. Right. But it don't be the same bonus game. That's just... Why is it so fucking sensitive? It's like a liberal watching Kamala lose on election night. That's pretty fucking sensitive. that was poor. And that's a stupid bonus section. Anyway, Fist Plus, sometimes referred to as Exploding Fist Plus. I like it. It's a good game. It's a very solid fighting game. I'm assuming that you can fly and kick and that you can turn around and that I can't just because I'm fucking useless at it. But it is a fine barn English, but sure is no pool. And by that I mean, yeah, IK Plus. That's where it's at if you want a little, you know, 3-on-3 awkward action. But if you've never played that or that didn't exist, then this would be a fucking piece of art. Anyway, as always, I'd love to know what you think. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you later.